Um, Sorry guys. Again, I just woke up, so it's probably why I sound like this, but I hope you guys are having a blessed night. Um, I'm pretty good, man. 'Cause I know that with the um with God by my side, I'm good. I'm I'm perfect, basically. I'm not perfect, but I'm there's nothing that can hurt me basically when I have God in my life. And that's the only person I need in my life. I don't have to have a bunch of internet friends to be secure. As long as I have God by my side, I'll be fine. And that's all I care about. I just wanted to elaborate more on that. Subject I talked about earlier. I've come to the conclusion that realize that people do not like you to speak up about on the internet community or YouTube community in general. Um, Anything, bro. They will totally bash you for what you do. They will try to get rid of you, man. I've come to the conclusion that people do not want to hear logic, common sense, anything now.
Team deathmatch.
If they even hear that, they automatically just go ballistic.
Let's do this.
I don't know what happened to people's dignity, people's common sense, people's
We're taking
logic.
the lead.
I don't know what happened to the majority of our generation, but our generation is messed up because half the time I don't even know anymore, man, if people have any logical common sense in their brains. Because I've come to the conclusion that people get upset over the slightest, smallest things on YouTube, on social media, on 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 anything, man.
Enemy
YouTube
UAV
really
is
gets
airborne.
butthurt when you call them out on their bullshit, man. But it needs to be expressed that there's a lot of shit that needs to be discussed in this
We're
community
taking the lead.
and in our society today. There's a major, there's some major problems wrong with our society and our generation today. I'm not going to go and sugarcoat it for you. I know we got a major problem with our society. We got a major problem with our generation.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Technically, this isn't my generation because my generation was growing up in the 1990s to 2000s. This is this generation. This generation of people is fucked up, man. I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many times. I just hate people in general nowadays because they just don't make any sense to me anymore. I mean, the logical thinking of people just, oh, it gives me a headache because I see how stupid people are. And
Friendly airstrike on the way.
the mere fact that there are so many negatives that outweigh the positives in our community, man, sorry, not our community. And in this generation of people that is so bad. If you want to know why the gaming community is the way it is, look toward the media, the publicity, the the YouTubers. You could, if you want to know why COD is in the state it's in, look at YouTubers like T-Martin, Ali A, PewDiePie, and all these fucking assholes who, you know, they ruin COD. Because they focus too much on stats in a video game when it takes skill to play this game, and then it goes downhill. If you want to blame, and if you want to know why the people in the community, half of the community, are either immature, just plain, just plain annoying to be around, or you know, don't lack any common sense on anything, but they clearly think they do. It's because of the media telling them it's bullshit and they believe it. Oh my god, they need to fucking move. It depends on where you go to look. But the main sources you go to nowadays, they won't tell you the fucking truth if you even go to them. You go to Fox News, you go to CNN, you go to these major news sources. They don't tell you the truth, man. They sugarcoat it. Big time. And half the time, they don't even tell you half of the stuff that's going on. I was watching a video from Real Talk on YouTube about the about World War III with the U.S. and North Korea. about the North Koreans building up nuclear airstrikes to about the North Koreans to build up nuclear airstrikes to fight the U.S. in World War III. And people think Donald Trump's a pansy. I don't. I'm not defending Trump. He has some problems, but no. See, this generation of people are mainly brainwashed idiots. I'm not gonna lie. It's the truth. And it's because they believe everything they hear. And to be honest, the reason why Trump won the election is because our country, Americans in our country were tired of these political corrupted people lying to our face every year. And when Trump came onto the scene, he started doing things that had never been done before. He started saying things that really, really, really hurt Congress, hurt the political statement of our country. He started bringing out the facts, man. And they wanted to shut him down. They tried. But after that, the people, if you were smart enough, you'd realize that he was sending a message to our country. We are in dire need of somebody that can run our country the right way. Bush fucked it up back in 2000 with his nuclear weapons, with his nuclear weapons idea that was false, not even true. Obama made it worse with Obamacare and everything, and he prolonged it. Obama was just a puppet of the political agenda, and now we're stuck in a shithole because we are $20 trillion in debt. We are fighting wars that make no sense. These major banks are taking control of the population. And we keep getting in debt because of
Enemy UAV is airborne.
the U.S. Treasury keeps printing money to keep the economy flowing, because if the economy stops, they're gonna lose everything, man.
Our UAV is online.
I mean, think about it. It's really pretty obvious.
We've taken the lead.
If they run out of power, in this country, they'll lose everything.
We've taken the lead.
I thank God that Hillary didn't win the election, because we would have been in some serious trouble, man. Hillary and Bill were both. They were criminals. They were criminals in disguise. They were criminals with Benghazi and the Clinton Foundation, and everything points to they were just corrupted pieces of shit. So before you turn the finger on Donald Trump, realize that I believe he's trying to help our country, but see, the White House won't let him do that because they don't like his agenda.
We've lost the lead. Enemy UAV is airborne. Enemy UAV is airborne.
I'm telling you, this generation, this society of people, they're messed up. Like, they're brainwashed. They believe half of the things they hear. Like, they believe that, you know, they believe that there really was, they believe that there really that ISIS really existed and that it was really of the brute form. I don't believe ISIS was created. I don't believe ISIS was ever made. I believe it was created by the government to scare the people. Now, I could be 100% wrong, but these corrupted political people have an agenda, man, where they
Enemy helicopter approaching. We are in
well, they will do anything. They will do anything to stay in power, to keep the people from knowing what's going on. And
Our UAV is online.
the reason why our society in this generation is idiots and they're brainwashed because they don't have any common sense, and they don't have any common sense is because they're not told to be a free thinker by society. They're told to believe this, believe that. Always think what you hear is real on the news media.
Our UAV is online.
And that's not always the best thing for your brain. If your brain hears things that's not true, then it will make you judge, is this real or is this not real? Is this an illusion? That's not good. So what they do is
Friendly airstrike on the way.
what the government does is they put fear into people, like ISIS and
Friendly helicopter on the way.
like these groups like the Illuminati and
Friendly airstrike on the way.
the secret organization of the Skull and Bone Society and all that, the Freemasons. These are all connected to one. And you know, a lot of Americans still watch TV. I think a lot of Americans don't watch TV as much as they used to. Because, I'm gonna be completely honest, half of the stuff on TV isn't that good. It's kind of garbage, to be honest. TV shows and movies. TV shows and movies are kind of garbage nowadays, man. They're pretty bad.
We have been defeated, comrades.
And it's because of us believing it, man. They sell us propaganda all the time, and people take that as being real. Look what happened in World War II, man. Sledgehammer Games said it was going to be historically accurate. It's not historically accurate. You got women on the front lines. You got black Nazis. You got the swastikas taken out of World War II. Michael Kondriak lied to people's faces. And the World War II beta wasn't that great, man. I mean, just seriously, propaganda, it ruins our society. I'm going to give you, see, 7, 8 reasons why I think why our society doesn't use common sense anymore, or knowledge, or research, or anything like that. Well, I believe the first one is that they believe what they hear, everything they hear.
Team deathmatch.
There is a
Let's do
quote
this.
in I think it's Ralph Waldo Emerson says that, maybe it's not Ralph Waldo Emerson, but there is a quote that if you take time to read, which most of society doesn't take time to read anymore, it says, I came to a fork in the road, and that fork had two roads diverging in yellow wood, and I took the road less traveled by, meaning that people who choose to do the right thing in our country will get admonished, they will get cast out, they will become loners of themselves. Sorry, not loners. They will become
Our UAV is online.
they will become isolated, they will become hated, and they will become a detriment to society, meaning that if you do the right thing nowadays, or you even disagree with something that goes on, whether it be gay marriage, feminism, LGBTs, or anything like that, man, they look down upon you as being some kind of freak. But we need somebody to stand up in this country and talk about what's really going on. Like, but people who choose to follow society, follow this generation of people, you will become pretty dumbed down. You will become pretty less intelligent, and then people will think of you as being stupid. And that's what the social agenda wants. They want people dumbed down enough so they're not free thinkers in society. They don't want people to be free thinkers. They want people to stay the way they are. And once you become a free thinker in our country, it's a bad thing for the political agenda. I'm gonna go ahead and speak it to you like it is. The political agenda is to dumb down every last one of our society so that they will, become less intelligent. They will focus more on the entertainment, the media, and the other aspects. And they won't see the real truth in front of them, that they're being brainwashed, that they're being taught what isn't true, that they're being told false information, that they're being scared, that they're being conned into fear by this political agenda. You learn to accept everything that authority tells you, when that's completely false. You learn to accept that people can people can now get into your personal information without even having to have anything, you know, without even having to sign anything, you know.
Our UAV is online.
We accept
Enemy UAV is airborne.
we accept the medical industry in our country when it's fucked up. Everything, we accept everything about it. When we don't know what these drugs could be doing to the people, that it could be causing more and more problems. That's the reason why people could be developing cancer and all this stuff, and as people could be getting more sicker. We don't know what's in flu shots. We don't know what they put in what they inject you with. And we go and accept that like it's going to somehow save us. And there are these people that are crazy, you know, and they think they're crazy and they're mental. I used to think that way about myself sometimes too. But now that I've woken up and I've seen things for how they truly are, I realized that I wasn't crazy to begin with. That I really knew all along what I was talking about.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
And so, like, if you have any problems with anxiety, or you say anything like
Enemy UAV is airborne.
anything involving logical thinking, or anything like on your mind that you think is true, like, they think you're crazy. They think you're mental. They think you have problems in your head. So they say, so like, you go to a psychiatrist and you tell him what's going on, and before he even has the time to tell you what's going on with testing, he gives you a pill and tells you to take it. And these people take these pills, and they blame this shit on video games, man. Video games has something to do with that. Those anxiety medicines probably make people crazy. And probably make them go do some crazy stuff. Like go shoot up schools and stuff like that, man. Those anxiety pills are hurting people. They're dumbing down their knowledge to everything. They're dumbing down their common sense. They're dumbing down the frontal lobe of the brain, which helps you get smarter. The more you take them, the more you don't have any feelings anymore. You don't have nothing. You don't feel anything. And as human beings, we're supposed to feel things. We feel love. We feel hate. We feel care. We feel all sorts of emotions as a human being. And with drugs, that goes away, man. Especially anxiety medications. The other point on that spectrum is that when they think when your kid's really young, and he's, you know, kind of wild, kind of crazy, kind of, you know, runs around and does all this stuff, and they think something's wrong with him, like he's mental or like he's crazy. So they say take him to a doctor and get him some medicine to take away that those factors that make him a kid. And I have experience with this. So, don't write me off. This is true. I mean, come on, man. Like, just think about it, man. Dumbing down society is a perfect example. It's all these medications. Like, so if your child has any kind of disease, they give it a pill thinking that will stop it. It will not stop it. It will just make them more and more. It will basically just make them like a stone. They won't have any feelings. They'll just sit there like a rock. No wonder they're depressed. No wonder they do this kind of stuff.
We've lost the lead.
You're taking the human emotions out of a person, and when you do that, that no longer that's just overall cruelty, man. When you're taking away a human being's emotions, day by day, and they don't feel anything. What's the point in living if you don't feel those emotions, man? If you don't feel that, if you don't feel anger, if you don't feel happiness, if you don't feel sadness, if you don't feel like you accomplished something. I mean, tell me the point. If I didn't have those kind of things, there would be no point in living. I would want to kill myself. And I understand why these people, why these kids, they become so crazy and they start hitting and yelling and being this way because these drugs take away the human emotions. The human satisfactions of how we feel. We were never meant to be. We never had meant to have those things taken away. Those are given to us by a God that loves us. He gave us DNA, and if he didn't care for us, he wouldn't have done that. And this is normal stuff. And when you mess with the normal DNA line of a human being, it's just wrong. It actually goes against the Bible too, to be honest. If you look, it talks about how people should have an open mind and not be sedated by drugs.
Enemy helicopter inbound.
But I just wanted to share that.
Our UAV is online.
Now I'm gonna give my top 5 reasons why, or 7 reasons why society is dumbing down. Is a dumbed down, no common sense, logical, no thinking, no research, no truth kind of people. 1, they listen to everything they hear. Goes back to number 1. Number 2, social media tells them how to feel. Tells them how they feel. You know, like they think because you have a bunch of friends over the internet, you're like people really like you. You know, you're cool. And I've gotten out of that, man. I've gotten out of the social media craze. I don't do it that much anymore. Because I just don't see a reason why anymore, man.
Our UAV is online.
Yeah, I will check my Instagram. I will check my Instagram on occasion, but I don't like... I'm not full social media crazy anymore like I used to be. You know, I'm coming out of that stage where I'm starting to see things for how they really are. And social media can definitely affect our society with making them think that if they have 100 friends, they all like them and they're all likable, and
Friendly
that
airstrike on the way.
they all have good intentions and they're good people and they wanna do good things. No, not even close.
Friendly chopper on the way.
I think half of the people that you run around don't want good things for you, and they want to be, you just don't know. No, another thing is, like, social media tells people how to feel, how they feel, or what to think, or this is what you should do. When we as human beings don't, we have the option to think on our own, but the media tells us what to think, and then we think this is what we think about ourselves. It's not.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Social media can affect your brain big time, because it can make you think that you're fat, you're ugly, you're not likable, people don't like you, especially with women. Women go on social media and they are dating sites because they think that social media tells them that they're, you know, fat, ugly, that nobody likes them, that they don't want to be, you know, they don't want to be, that guys don't want that kind of image in women. That's not true, man. Society actually kind of makes women out to be pretty bad. There are actually fat men that date fat women. There are slim men that date slim women. There are men and women have different tastes in who they date, man.
We're losing this fight.
So what? If doesn't that's not true at all. There's a person out there that wants to that wants to, you know, they want to be in a relationship with you, they want to love you, they want to marry you. Yeah, there's guys out there that all they care about is
Enemy helicopter inbound.
all they care about is sex and not a relationship, and not wanting to care about you know, and actually not wanting to be involved. And there are guys out there that call women whores and all that stuff, and but there are people, there are guys out there that are very caring and nice, but social media makes it out to be like, you know,
Damn, we just got our ass
you don't
kicked.
belong in this world, and you know, you're just, and that you, this is what people think of you. It's not true. No matter, like, no matter what people think of you, it's irrelevant. It's what you think of yourself. But social media has a negative influence on the mind of a person because they make them think that's who they really are. Another reason why social media is a negative influence on people is because that girls, they, not all girls do this, but girls, they send uh selfies, pictures of their body to other guys who they don't even know, and you don't know who that could be, man. You don't know if that could be a pedophile. You don't know if that could be somebody. You just don't know. You got these young women sending pictures to the sending these pictures to these guys that they don't even know. And
Team deathmatch.
it's not good. Because you're already making your image look bad by doing that, by putting yourself out there.
Take no prisoners, comrades.
And like Snapchat, man. I don't use Snapchat, but
We've taken the lead.
yeah, that happens a lot now. Like selfies, no, not selfies, not selfies, just pictures. They put pictures on the internet. You know, they have no influence putting on it.
We've lost the lead.
Like, I don't know, man. Guys do the same exact thing. A lot of them I know of. They post pictures of their private parts on Snapchat. I don't know.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
To try to get a date, but that's not what women. That's not what all women are like that. But the majority of girls don't want to see your private parts on social media. They don't really care, okay? What women want is mainly a person that's respectful, that's caring, that wants to be, that wants to have the same, that wants you to take care of her, and, you know, comfort her and be there for her, and she'll be there for you too. That's how a relationship works. Not it's not all about sex. That's what you guys think because, you know, that's what other people do on social media, and you're influenced by that. And you're like, okay, if I show my private parts on social media, I'll be considered cool to the women. Not even close. No. Not even close. You're making yourself look immature. You're making yourself look like you have no home training. This is bad. I don't think a girl wants to turn on social media or Snapchat and see a picture of your private parts the second she turns on her phone. What is wrong with you? Also, did you know that that's considered sexting? And sexting is against the law. And depending on how old she is, it can be considered child pornography or minor pornography. It's not good.
We've taken the lead.
That's another reason.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Guys and girls are highly influenced to do this over social media. Because they don't think they're cool if they do that. They don't think that they belong in society if they don't do that. Follow what they do. Why do you want to follow what they do? Why do you want to follow their trend? They're being an idiot. Another reason why social media has a negative influence on our society is that
Enemy UAV is airborne.
what people do, what people say in their posts, you know, that's what people really, what people really think about them, and that's not true. Because they do that because, you know, they either feel insecure or they, you know, they have problems or they just, they don't like, they put their troubles on social media. I should know, I mean, I used to do this all the time. But I grew up and I realized it. I realized that there's no point. I've kind of realized that there's kind of no point in social media that much anymore. Like, people think that's who the person is in their post. Not necessarily. Another reason why it is that way is because social media determines how other people think of other people. Like, they think that's how they really are. No. It's not. Like, social media has a big influence on society.